know when the kiddo shows up, but it was the kiddo or it was the dude from the third fight that fought the main character, but he's there too. And his sack leader turns himself into a sword so they could fight against the sack leader of the sack that has issues with the main character's sack. And it's just a jumble mess. The dude passes away because obviously he turns into a sword. The dude who's from his sack is obviously dissipated by this. The demonic converter working with the sack leader of the sack that has issues with the main character, he just runs off. He leaves them. And the main character and the male lead are snatched up by the headmaster and taken to the academy. And I guess sooner or later, the dude who was the guy who fought the main character in the third round, or the kiddo, I wasn't sure which one it was, basically takes their sack leader back to their sack to gift it to his daughter. And the junior sack leader is made the sack leader of that sack. The male lead, he is unconscious. And like the male lead was fighting mostly against that demonic converter, and that demonic converter basically wanted to steal the male lead's powers from him for himself. And that was stopped thanks to the headmaster or the dude running away. I wasn't really sure because that entire time I was literally confused. Like, I could not keep up. I do not have the brain cells to keep up. But yes, he's unconscious. The main character, he has a conversation with the headmaster, and the headmaster basically informs the main character that his sword belonged to the Grand Immortal, that his Shujin never told him the truth of his sword. Now, the headmaster always thought the main character knew the truth until now, and then he informs the main character that his sword belonged to somebody else. The main character this entire time thought his headmaster made the sword for him, but in actuality it belonged to the Great Immortal. And it just proves to me that the main character is probably the reincarnation of the Grand Immortal. Like, the main character probably died as a Grand Immortal, forgot about that life, traveled to different worlds, and then was reborn again into this world. The rebirth department has been basically trying to get in contact with the main character ever since the main character transmorgated into that world. That world was closed off to them. They could not get into contact with him. They could not fix the issue, by which this issue was gifting him the wrong halo thingy, because again, he wanted the fiend halo and not the white halo, and the white halo is also a prototype. So they're trying to get into contact to him to fix the problem. Finally, someone from the rebirth department was able to find him, inform the main character that he's had the wrong halo this entire time. Which again, we all know that the main character doesn't want to be a fiend anymore. He doesn't want to be the big bad anymore. He obviously gives the halo back. He's had issues with it this entire time. He doesn't want it or need it. It didn't matter if it was the fiend halo anyways. He just doesn't want it anymore. And they're like, well, we can pay you back for it. And he's like, just answer my questions. His first question was, will the male lead actually turn into the Demon Lord? And the dude informs the main character that the only way the male lead will become the Demon Lord is if the main character stabs him with his sword. Basically, when the Grand Immortal killed the prior Demon Lord, the Demon Lord put some of his essence into the sword. So if the main character ever stabs the male lead with it, the male lead will become the Demon Lord. That is why the main character saw the illusion he saw. He also tells the main character, I can't remember what the second question was, but he tells the main character, hey, you actually have to get something out of this. I can't just answer your questions. And the main character's like, well, I don't really want anything right now. So the dude tells him, here's the talisman, just call me, because I can't stay in this world for very long. If you ever need anything or want anything, just use the talisman. It can only be used once, and I will get you what you want. And so they agreed to this. The last bit of the story is basically just showing us how the Shujin met the first Marshall brother. Basically, he was living on the streets, and the Shujin saw him, goes, hey, I can take you to the academy, and then I can also make you my disciple. He's never had a disciple before, so this kid would be his first. And the kid wasn't willing, no matter what he was offering, to go with him, until he goes, I can make sure you have food. And the kid goes, really? Food? And so he grabs hold of his Shujin's clothes, and this is the first time someone has basically touched him without trying to kill him or harm him. And he had to hold back the urge to harm this child because of it. And the child just holds him long enough to basically get up. And then they walk away with each other. But the Shushin had told the main character that this is the first time he was willing to have two empty hands, because he walked with this kid holding the kid's hand. Because usually he wants to keep one hand open so he can use it to get to his sword. But this is the first time he had one holding an umbrella and one holding a child's hand. He also states that this was the first time someone apologized to him, because the kiddo had apologized to him for getting his clothes dirty, because again, the first Marshall brother was living on the streets, so his little hands were dirty. And it was just a really sweet moment, and I hope it doesn't go down the same path of Huskiness by Cat Shujin or the Scum Saving System. I really do hope it doesn't go down that path. Like, I hope that his love interest is the headmaster, or there's no love interest at all, because I do not want it to be the same as Scum Saving System and the Huskiness by Cat Shujin.